Tonight, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Brian Hoyer and the New England Patriots taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the New York Giants. Played two of the more memorable Super Bowls in recent history. The Giants and Patriots are underway again. On the return is J.J. Taylor. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Patriots ready to go with the football, and the man in charge in his third stint with the franchise, Brian Hoyer at quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Hoyer. Open man is Myers. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Hoyer. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The Patriots send out their punter. Kadarius Toney deep for the Giants. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and, of course, take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's got room. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Now Jones. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. J.J. Taylor deep for the Patriots. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Hoyer. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
On second down now. It's Montgomery, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Montgomery. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Handoff comes to Montgomery. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with the football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Another go-around now for the Patriot offense. It's their third drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On second down, it's Montgomery. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run it here. This is James White. He can't get him down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 9, Hoyer. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there for the Patriots.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hoyer into the hands of his receiver, Humphrey. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll leave this one for White. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Back to throw again. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll set up to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Here's Richie James on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. Throwing Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And this one is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw again. His throw incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
New England's offense set to go. And they will begin in field goal range already as they search for a potential score.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it.
So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points didn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
Here's James. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against?
Defense. Oh, why are we doing this? So that a free 15 yards.
And it's always a tough one as a defender because a lot of the penalties that you commit, pass interference, holding, when they happen, you actually know what you're doing. But a face mask penalty, a lot of times it's inadvertent, but it still costs you the same amount of yardage.
Jones, a final shot before break. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has the look of a game that could very well go down to the wire. Just 1 point separating these two clubs at the break. But they're ready for the second half, and we are too, as we'll kick it right back out to Brandon and Charles.
second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Second down at 5. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Gets around him.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. So we get a traffic there, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. Jones toward the sideline. He will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his 1st catch. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Matt Judon able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is. New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this fourth quarter deficit. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Hoyer's throw into the hands of Henry here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Open man complete to Humphrey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run with Montgomery. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Montgomery. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Ty Montgomery. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, Jones. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Jones now on 1st down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. To throw is Jones. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Jones. And he's got it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Marcus Kemp there to make the grab. And the Giants are going to jump back in front.
Well, partner, this hasn't been the smoothest day for him, but he certainly picked the right time to get right, as they like to say. How about that for a touchdown?
Boy, he did. I guess they say all's well that ends well. It's not over yet, but you're right. He picked a good time for that first touchdown pass.
Exactly right. Not over yet. The defense is going to have to make it hold up.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Jones throwing for it. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taylor now to return it. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Ty Montgomery and the offense getting set for their next drive. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Azeez Ojulari in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. Hoyer. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Hoyer. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go to Barkley again. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team game, because sometimes you have to lean on one part of your team. And they leaned on their defense. In fact, they probably went over there and asked for some help. Like, guys, we just don't have it in this one. Can you hook us up? And they did in a big way. Said, no problem. Put it on our shoulders. We'll carry you home. And they did exactly that.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Foxborough, good night, everybody.